How to create a banner or side content from scratch using Microsoft Publisher. So first you're just going to go in your Start menu and open up Microsoft Office Publisher. From here it's just going to give you different options for layouts for your different publishing options. We're just going to click on blank page sizes under publication types. And from here, it's also going to give you more options if you're using this for a business card or greeting cards or whatever. And we're using this for a website, so we're going to click on website. And then I've already created the size pages for our banners and for our logo and for our side content. But to make one from scratch, so that way you have it in the exact size that it should be when you're creating a banner, you're just going to go to Create Custom Page Size. And in width, you are going to set it up as 480 for a banner, and for height it's going to be 240. Now if it's for side content, you're going to make the width 200 and the height 100, and if it's for a new library logo, the maximum it can be is 250 for the width and 110 for the height. But we are creating a banner this time, so we're just going to leave it at 480 by 240, press OK. And now we're going to have that option of 480 by 240. So we're just going to click on the 480 by 240. And now it's going to open up a page with those exact measurements. And now we can start actually creating our banner. And you can be as creative as you'd like to be with building your banner. I'm just going to show you kind of the basics for building a banner, and you can elaborate from there. So the first thing I always do is I want to be able to make the background color not just white. I want to have the option to make it any color I want. So to do this, I'm actually going to click on this little icon here that says rectangle. And then my mouse changed to this little plus sign. And I'm just going to start in the top corner. It doesn't matter which corner you start in. But I'm just going to drag it so that the rectangle is covering the entire size of my banner. And the reason I'm doing this is now I can make the rectangle any color I want. So once I've created this rectangle, and you'll know you've created it because you have all these little dots around here, you can just go right click and you can actually go to Format Auto Shape. And so here you can do a lot of different things with it. I usually focus on fill, and so then I'll just go to color. And right now it doesn't really matter. You have a few options in the top of common colors that people use, but you can also go to more colors and you can choose any one of these, and whatever one you click on you'll see is your new, and you'll see the current one. You can go from standard to custom, and here you can get very specific, which is nice, as well as with Pantone you can also get very specific with your color combinations. But I'm just going to choose this purple for now, and we can change it right afterwards. It's not a big deal. I'm just setting it as a color for now. So we're going to press OK, and again you can even change the transparency so it just becomes even paler and paler, but I want this purple to be quite strong. And so then I'm just going to press OK, and so now the whole background color is purple. So next I'm going to want to add a text box, and I'm going to make this a banner for my children's programs that are happening at my library. And so what's really great is this banner will be a link to my children's programs page, and it will be advertising that we have children's programs. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to Insert, and then you're going to go to Text Box. And then you can make the text box however size you'd like to make it. So it changed from my regular mouse to that plus sign again. And you're just going to hold your mouse down and then drag the box to whatever size you'd like. So I'm going to say that's probably the size of my box, of my text box that I would like to add. And you can alter it afterwards. You just make a certain size text box at first, and then you can really press any of these buttons to alter it from there. So I'm just going to type in children's programs, and from here you can alter the font style, the size, everything. So I don't want it to be size 10. I'm going to make it, let's try 22, see how that looks. And I'm also going to change it to make it Arial black, just so it's a bit thicker. And you can also bold it if you want. You can change the colors too. Right now it's black, And when you highlight it, you can just change the font. So just under this little A, if you just click on it here, you can choose more colors. And so if I wanted it to be green, I could say okay. And then now it's green. And so I'm just going to kind of move it over. So now I'm actually going to add an image over here. So to add an image, you're just going to go back to Insert, and you're going to go down to Picture. And I'm just going to choose a picture from File. And I'm just going to choose a picture of a children's program that we have running at a library. And I'm going to press Insert, and it's just going to add the picture. And then I'm just going to stretch it out because it just started with the original size, but you can make it larger if you want. And so now you can see that it's actually covering over my letters. I'm just going to expand it again so that it reaches the bottom. Perfect. So you do have an option. Obviously, I can just move it over. But the other thing you can do is if you want, for example, like maybe I would want this to kind of start halfway through the picture and continue here. So what you would do is once you've clicked on your text box so that you see your dots kind of around it, you would just right-click, and then you go to Order, and you can choose to bring this to front. So now it's going in front of this picture. So I don't actually want it over the picture, but it's a nice thing to have because sometimes if your picture that you're adding is a very basic picture, it's sometimes nice to be able to put words on top of it. So then I'm just going to move it over. Until I get it right. And so now I'm happy with this. And again, it's as creative as you want to be. You can go crazy with building these banners. This is just a very basic one if you want to have a banner showcasing something that's happening at your library. So now that I'm finished building this banner, I need to save it. And you have to save it as a JPEG. So automatically it just wants to save as type for publisher files, but you're actually just going to click in the drop-down menu and you're going to look for JPEG file interchange format. So you're just going to click on that, and so now it's saved as a JPEG, and then you can just call it whatever you want. So children's programs. I also think it's a good idea to write within your file name the size of what your image is. So because this banner is this is a banner and it's 480 by 240, I would just write either banner in the file name or 480 by 240. That way you'll know for the future if you ever can't remember what size this was and you think you want to use it for side content, it probably won't fit in side content because of the sizing well at all. So that way you just know the size, you know this is intended for a banner, and it's just a good way of organizing all of your files. And so then you would press save, and then you're ready to add it to your website. Thank you very much.